Hey guys, this is Tony. Happy Halloween, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about a little bit of a subject that's kind of iffy for some. Let me start off by asking you, what do you do for Halloween? What kind of tradition do you do? It could be going out trick-or-treating or going out to a party in costume, for some. For others, it could be sitting at home watching some scary movies, or sitting at home and watching some Halloween specials, or in my case, I watch Treehouse of Horror every year. It could be about anything. For some, though, it could be just reading a book. Yeah, some people just like reading. That's nothing wrong with that. But what kind of books do they read? Well, they'll read something from Stephen King, one of the greats, Edgar Allan Poe, author of one of my favorite short stories, The Raven. Or they'll read something from, anywhere else. Often or not, though, there are some times where I've heard that people have read creepypastas for Halloween. Now this gets me asking the question, should creepypastas technically count as the next form of Halloween stories? Well, yes and no. Well, let's get down to the bare basics, actually, because I'm really not sure. Creepypastas have technically been around for about 10 years now, and they're often gory, kind of scary, more or less disturbing stories about some of our favorite things, whether it be a TV show, a movie, or a game. And it's often, the people that kind of, involve themselves with it, or people who end up coming across it. That's what a creepypasta technically is any of those types of stories. Some of the best ones that, everyone has said, oh, these are the best, are the best ones ever told, would be Dead Bart, Squidward Suicide, and the one that's one of my personal favorites is the Mother Metroid one, which is kind of my personal favorite because I thought it was the darkest, and it was kind of very eerie, even looking at the photos. So, again, back to the question. Should it technically count as the next form of Halloween stories, or in some ways, are they the next form of Halloween stories? Like I said, yes and no. Yes, they could be. I mean, they are creepy, they are disturbing, and they are gory. Kind of like many of the stories Stephen King and Edgar Allan Poe write. But because it kind of relies on, the pop culture icons of kind of that period, where you gotta use SpongeBob or Simpsons or, any game that you've known out there, it's gonna kind of take a while for people to kind of really grasp that. And I don't want to be mean about it and say, well, obviously, no, it's not going to happen, but I don't know, in some ways, it could happen. I could see something like Squidward Suicide as a great Halloween tale to tell, especially a tale that's dark as that. I mean, whew, yeah, I could see that definitely being told. So, I guess to really answer the question, they can be. It's just going to take a little longer for them to fully get into kind of being a Halloween mainstay. I mean, there are some people that read them, and for the people that do, hey, that's great. And I technically do sometimes. I'll read one or two, but yeah, it's gonna take a while to get there. So yeah, that's what I thought I would cover today for Halloween. Instead of doing a Halloween special, I thought I'd cover that subject. And in hindsight, yeah, Mother Metroid is one of my favorites to read. And yeah, to kind of wrap things up, tell me in the comments if you read creepypastas. I mean, yeah, it's disturbing, it's dark, and, it's not for everyone, but if you do, kind of let me know in the comments. If you don't, hey, that's fine. In the comments, you can just tell me what you do for Halloween. Because, I usually just watch Treehouse of Horror and start passing out candy. With all this said, guys, it's Happy Halloween here at TVC, and we will see you next time.